Dance, magic, dance, magic, dance. Dance, magic, dance.
Something to spell on you. Welcome to a CF3 Partycast. I'm Dane Michael. We're covering Labyrinth. And then we've got David Bowie, special guest alongside me. Uncanny resemblance to David Bowie.
James Marvs.
James Marvs. James, where are you broadcasting from today, sir?
Well, I'm in my bedroom, Dane.
As you freeze with your peach. Your bedroom, a.k.a. the Bog of Eternal Stench.
Ugh. I mean, maybe, sure. Yeah, we'll go.
James Marvs, what are you drinking today?
Well, in honor of my hair, I got some Shock Top. There's probably peaches in here of some kind. And then
Shock Top is orange.
And then Wisconsin's finest. I've got brew to Mojo.
I have the Odell Brewing. It's a local Omaha brewery. Woo. And they have a Peach Stand Rambler seasonal peach. You guys, peach is going to be a big theme tonight. And speaking of tonight, let's bring in all 7 of our guests one by one, starting with somebody who's contending with me for Best Toby in Show, Melissa Jo Murphy. Did you just have that at home already?
I'm not answering that question.
Okay.
Sometimes. Okay. No.
Because I had this at home.
Look, I didn't. Okay. I just got really excited and
okay, I like that.
It works.
Now I saw that you were drinking something earlier when you were in the green room. What do you got?
It's my Toast to the Goblin King Peach Teeny.
Peach tea.
Peach Teeny.
Peach Teeny.
Yeah, I was like,
come on. Stuff in there, and then some I'm gonna say this wrong, lychee, peachy kind of thing.
Those are like goblin onions? Eyeballs.
They are. They're delicious.
Well, you've been in all of our video party casts so far, so 3 for 3 now, and thank you for joining us again. I'm bringing in somebody from the Upside Down.
What kind of staircase did you put in, Dane? This is so confusing. Partycasts are supposed to be very straightforward. I don't even know how to get into this Partycast. I got here an hour ago, and I'm stuck in an MC Escher painting.
You really were here an hour ago, and that's...
I know, because I'm really bad at math.
He had the wrong time zone written down.
I was in another meeting, and he's like, where are you guys at? I'm like...
I don't even know where we're at anymore. The Bog of Eternal Stench.
But anyway, it's Steve Fodor, you guys, from Too Much Scrolling and Sandwiches at Irregular Hours, podcasting extraordinaire from suburban Chicago. Whoa, got some echo. Like the dolphin.
It's very.
Look who we got next. We got Q from Project-Nerd. High Five the Podcast. Quentin Brodnack. Thank you so much. This is your first Partycast, although we've done a lot of chatting before. This is your first time doing something for CF3. How does it feel?
It feels amazing, and I'm going to use a line, because there's so many peaches around, that Nicolas Cage perfected and made my skin crawl when he said in Face, I can peach for hours. Ugh. Still one of the most disturbing things in cinema history. But we're here to talk about Labyrinth, and I'm so excited.
Hey, what's on your shirt there? Is that Swedish Chef?
It is. It says Vert de Ferk.
Yes. Thank you for wearing some Henson apparel.
Yes.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Okay, I'm going to bring in another veteran of the CF3 program, Michael Callio, writer, producer, director, Bruce Campbell's great friend. I always like to point that out when I can, because how many people can actually say that they're Bruce Campbell's friend? I mean,
like 20?
Yes, 20 friends. Man.
Ish. I don't know.
Mike, how are you doing? And do you like Labyrinth, first of all?
I do. I love Labyrinth. Matter of fact, I'm mad. I have a Labyrinth T-shirt, but I don't know where the crap it is. So I decided that my drink, because I need to go grocery shopping, and this is the only thing in the house, is the LaCroix Pamplemousse, which sounds like a Labyrinth character, and it's not quite water, and it's not quite soda. It's not as it seems, much like the Labyrinth.
It's an adult beverage without being an adult beverage, because no kid would ever dream of a LaCroix.
Right.
Also sounds like something the Swedish chef would say. Pamplemousse.
No, Steve,
Also,
I forgot to
will
ask
poison
you. Steve, I forgot to ask you what you're drinking, and be careful because it's going to spill out as soon as you tip that can.
Wait,
Be careful.
Wait, let me get to the other side of this staircase, Dane. Yeah, man, it was complicated. It's September, Dane, so it's time for Oktoberfest. Signed by Jim Cook, founder and brewer of Sam Adams. Thank you very much. Signed beer.
Yep,
Does that
signed
make it
beer.
taste better?
Yes,
Fucking
and the
stupid.
audio that I got from him was
Congratulations.
fabulous. The audio that I got from Jim Cook, he did my good morning, and he goes, "Good morning," and then after he was done with the script, he goes, "Do I sound drunk?" And I go, "No, Jim, no, it's fine. You sound fine."
And then he's like, "I can do it again if you need me to sound drunk."
No. Hey, you sounding drunk is what I was going for, Jim.
Are you drinking anything?
I'm drinking a tall glass of water because, much like Jennifer Connelly, I'm underage.
All right, we've got another guest here, and he's laughing his ass off as he's being shown into the main stage. It's Ben Shrewsbury from, I believe it's Two Marks and a Spark podcast, wrestling-themed podcast. So, of course, we were like, Labyrinth, wrestling. Yes, absolutely.
It just makes perfect sense, right? It just works.
A nod to James Marves for that casting decision. I'm sure we could do 6 degrees of separation to find some link between Henson, Labyrinth, Bowie, and wrestling. But
I mean, they may have considered Hulk Hogan originally for David Bowie's
that would be
role.
great as Sarah.
Forget
the baby,
brother.
The power of the babe.
Forget the baby.
Or perhaps
Anytime he's like,
Ludo.
it's my baby brother.
Speaking of baby, he's 22 years old, you guys. Look at him. He's such a baby.
He's a baby
I
face.
love you, Ben.
All right,
Happy
next
to be
we're
here.
bringing in from Ludo Harpoon. We met him at the Colorado Springs Comic-Con. He also runs a toy sales group on Facebook called The Toy Box. It's Gobo Moran. Thanks for joining us, Gobo.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Now, you're not wearing
my brother?
any apparel from the film, but I do see Kermit the Frog in your display case there.
That's right. Oh, yeah, sorry, everything's reversed. Yeah, that's an original 76 Fisher-Price Kermit. Yeah, so that's Henson enough. I also, my hat is a voodoo doctor, so, you know, the voodoo that you do, power of the babe. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the best. That's the closest I could get. Yeah, because unfortunately my striped onesie didn't come in the mail yet.
Murph got it.
A common problem. Amazon must have been overrun with them this week.
You must not live literally 3 minutes from a Goodwill then. Not that this came from there.
That's how you know you're successful, when the onesie market is dedicated to your movie.
All right, Leah Hallback from Project-Nerd up in the corner there. Sorry it took us so long to get you in here.
Oh, no worries.
It's been wild. Are you drinking anything in honor of your very first Partycast for CF3?
Like you, I also stuck with the water because
That
Just gets a
water
little
is from a
dangerous.
certain bog.
We made
And
Rodney
when she's
drink
not being
at the
bent
end of
over and
it.
spanked by Joey Fatone, she's on CF3 Partycast.
Yes.
exactly. I asked you. I begged pretty much, but
Who else? Oh, I didn't get the drink orders for Ben.
I'm just drinking Pepsi, but it's probably from the Eternal Stench Bog or something.
There was probably a Pepsi tie-in back
Smells
in the day.
bad.
I'm
Gobo,
surprised.
Oh yeah, and then I'm drinking peach twisted tea.
yeah.
That's right. I went with the peach. So not a teeny, just regular tea. So close enough.
I love it. Were there any Labyrinth toys ever made, since you're the toy expert?
I'm not terribly familiar. I know that McFarlane did a huge line and of Henson figures as well as Diamond Select. So I would imagine. I think there's a Diamond Select Jareth, but it's pretty rare. I've never seen it.
Okay.
They only made two.
That's right.
Exists only in fairy
And here
tales.
they both are.
Oh.
We got a yes spotted cow comment from over on
Woo.
YouTube. We've got somebody in Twitch too.
Nice.
I like Twitch.
French for grapefruit. So just say that. So
We have to
just
say
that.
French for
So just
grapefruit.
say
Wait, was that
I'm
Mike's
drinking a
weird
LaCroix
grapefruit?
French for grapefruit.
I think that was my. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
French. Fuck that shit.
French for grapefruit.
Lady Raven 45, hit me
It's
up.
Pimple
Hit me up.
Mouse. Pimple Mouse. That's what I'm calling it.
Pimple.
Oh, and
nose.
by the way, we got this comment too. Hello, JJ Arwood here, producer and director of the Bowling Alley.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
my
know
buddy.
what that is.
That's my buddy JJ. I asked him to stop by.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hi, JJ.
And
Good.
indeed, that is
There's my
correct.
buddy Ben. Yep. Yay for buddies.
Okay, guys. I want to hear about the first time that you saw Labyrinth. And I'm going to start with Ann B. Davis as Alice. Does anybody know their Brady Bunch and know who's up now on the
We
spot?
just have to assume that your screen looks like our screen for this.
I think they all do look the same.
All right, then
I think
Murph.
it's all the same.
Yeah.
Murph, you're up.
Murph,
Ooh.
first time you saw Labyrinth.
First time I saw Labyrinth. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I was pretty young. I was born, I think, the year that this movie came out. So, I was probably like 9er, I'm gonna say.
Were you on a walkie-talkie?
Yeah.
Did I catch a niner in there?
Niner in there? You did. And I was obsessed though at that point with Jim Henson and anything that had Muppets and puppets and oh my, whatever else we can figure out. So I had a ball with that. I liked it. I'm gonna make enemies, but I liked it more than Dark Crystal. I thought it was a lot more fun.
You have just made an enemy.
No enemies
No.
here.
No.
I hadn't even seen the Dark
Wait,
Crystal
wait.
till like 2 years ago.
Okay, but the new like Netflix Dark Crystal thing was mind blowing.
That shit
I
was
don't.
great.
Am
for
I
sure.
a winner?
No, that's
Am I a
a,
winner?
that's a whatever. Whatever.
Oh, okay. It was
Like
mind blowing.
Weezer?
And what's it? I gotta ask though, like, why are there always like puppets peeing? Okay? Like anyone?
It's a trope. Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
It was always puppets peeing, and
Yeah.
in that new like Dark Crystal, it's got 3 streams.
Yeah, it's at this point it's like Michael Bay filming shit diagonally. Like it's just part of the genre.
Wasn't the
know-
new Dark Crystal streaming?
It's like J.J. Abrams and Gunslinger.
Did you know that the kid who played Toby in this movie was one of the main designers on the Dark Crystal television show?
Yes,
Ooh.
because he's Toby Froud in real life.
Brian
Son of
Froud's kid.
Ryan Froud.
Brian Froud, who I
God, it was
still
so good. Oh,
Brian Froud to this day, who performed a lot of negligence and child abuse to that poor kid, leaving him in the middle of a pit with a bunch of goblins. What a dick!
Hey,
Those were real tears, people. Real tears.
Those were real goblins.
You're not wrong.
They were real
You're not
goblins.
wrong.
He was fucked up, I'm sure. I'm still probably fucked up for the remainder of his life.
Leah, was the first time that you saw Labyrinth yesterday? You're muted.
You're muted.
No, I'm so sorry. I was really worried I was going to do that. No, it wasn't. I really liked this movie when I was little. But honestly, I don't remember the first time I watched it. I feel like it was always one of those things that, like, from the time I was born, this movie came out a few years before I was born. And so it was just always on or always around. Yeah, I was a pretty big fan of it when I was younger. In fact, it took me a really long time to watch the movie as an adult because I was scared that if I watched it as an adult, I wasn't going to like it. And it would just like ruin what I had the whole picture of the movie in my mind from what I remember it being. So yesterday was the first time I watched it in at least 5 years. But yeah, I think it's still a great film. So.
And I legit thought that you said we're going to say that you weren't watching it for fear that you would be like whisked away into a labyrinth. I thought that's where you were going with that.
Tempting
You
fate.
leveled it out.
I've got people that are on my side in the chats. I just needed to put that. I'm not alone, at least. I may
there's
be
people that
cute.
like
I'm
you?
not alone.
Let's see if there's anybody who likes you. Let's
Super
see.
Vixen. She's got me. Got it. I hope that's what that's short for.
Dark Crystal is awful, and I have a massive Jim Henson themed tattoo.
Super,
I don't know if I'd say it's awful, but
Super Vixen is dead to me.
She does. She has every Muppet tattooed on her back. I've seen it. Okay. Not
X
close.
myself out from
Relax. Q, when was the first time you saw the old lab?
I think, let's see, August 7th, 1991 was the first time that I saw Labyrinth. Specifically, it was 8 p.m. in the evening.
According to your journal.
Here, I'm going to read you an excerpt. Dear Diary, today is the first time you've seen Labyrinth. Your mind was blown, much like David Bowie's hair. Legitimately, I think it was probably 90, 91, maybe. And I, too, was a big Henson fan. Like, I was, the Muppets are, upper echelon for me, for sure. But Labyrinth was the first time that I think I'm a huge musical fan, and I think it can be traced back to this movie, like crazy enough. I think this movie is where I fell in love with both like fantastical kind of storytelling mixed with music. And the soundtrack is still one of my favorites to this day. You can't see it, but I actually have the Labyrinth vinyl somewhere over here.
Me too.
It would have been very cool for you to go get that.
Yeah, it
You
would have
totally
been.
had time. Yeah.
It would have
taken,
been. But I'm not going to. It's more so you just have to trust me. This is all about faith. It's
We're out
over
of time.
here.
Sorry.
We are
That's the end of the show.
Mine's up there.
James, can you whisk that hair around? Does that whisk very well? Or is it mobile?
Not with that internet.
I was gonna say Dame's rocking the AOL tonight.
James is on dial-up today.
Yeah.
Gobo. Gobo,
Yes,
do you
sir.
watch this movie all the time, or?
You know what? So you guys are gonna hate me, but I didn't see this movie until like 2016.
I don't hate
And
you.
I know, right? And I was born in 1986 as well. So like, literally, my mom. I was raised by a single mom. She hated puppets, hated musicals, and so, of course, as an adult,
As a child.
I know.
Double whammy, man.
Dude, I love it.
Oh, no,
when people
Gobo.
say that somebody hates
Gobo, we lost your audio.
A Toyman is down. A Toyman is down.
No.
Can we go see a puppet show? No, I hate puppets. And you.
No.
End of story.
That's the craziest part. I will say that those are two very like unique niches to be like, there's two things that people know about me. One, I hate puppets. Two, no musicals ever. All right.
Does she have a felt allergy?
If one of you people break out in song, it's curtains.
For everyone.
A felt allergy?
Not have
That's
made it
hilarious.
in my childhood.
Can you guys hear
Oh
me?
no.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, Gobo, we can hear you.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah, the stupid headset. But yeah, so my mom hated puppets and musicals, so of course I'm obsessed with those. So my wife, finding out that I had never seen The Labyrinth, but I've always been a huge David Bowie fan, she's like, okay, we have to watch this movie, and I was like obsessed. I think I watched it like 5 times in a week. I was just like, what is this movie? How did they conceptualize it, and how did I avoid it literally my entire adult life?
So you saw it late, but you made up for it by watching it multiple times in a row.
I certainly
That's
tried
totally
to.
fair. That's
Certainly
fair.
tried to.
All right, you guys, we need to very quickly discuss this before the moment is gone. But we've got a question of the day, and here it is.
Yes.
New segment.
Show your work? Show that shit. Wait a second. Okay.
All right. First of all, do you guys remember in the movie when Jareth, Q, write this down.
Okay.
Do you remember when in the movie Jareth gives Hoggle a can of sliced yellow cling peaches in light syrup to give to her? Do you remember that?
That didn't
Not
happen.
sure that's how that went. I think
Didn't he
you're-
give her a peach?
no, it was a
Mhm.
can. It was can. And,
Yeah, it was a
and like-
can.
Yeah.
It was a
Not the
can.
way it went
of-
down, man.
It
Sliced
was
peaches.
I think
Oktoberfest
what
with
he's saying
Samuel
is-
Adams.
He couldn't find peach, is what he's saying.
But there was a Goodwill 3 minutes away from his house.
That's where I got
The man
these.
can only do so much. The man can only do so much.
Everyone knows Goodwill's canned goods section is off the chain.
Who has like an answer to this question? Like, is he even a redeemable character? Like, do you forgive him at the end?
I have it in my
Hoggle? I
notes
love
from when I
Hoggle.
watched.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, I do like that. I
Is
have a
is he
can of
dropping it?
sweet.
Is he dropping it, Mike?
No, he's juggling it. Much like I am now.
Juggling your balls.
Juggling my balls.
Hoggle can juggle Mike's balls. Okay, Ben, is Hoggle a total?
I have in my notes, and this is from when Hoggle first shows up. Hoggle is a dick, and then I write later on, Hoggle may not be as big of a dick. He's smart, but he's still a dick.
Hoggle was a fun mystery, though.
So you like
Yeah.
him? So
You
Murph,
never-
you
You
like
never
him.
really know. He had out of all the puppets, I think he had the best character arc. Yeah, he started out with one singular goal. He learned over the course of the movie, and then he redeemed himself at the end. So
He has a
Sure.
fall from grace for sure.
I think Sarah's the fucking asshole.
Yes.
Starts
Thank
off
you,
Not
Mike.
a nice person.
That's
for
true.
He's a jerk.
I would argue that she is the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
That's a hot
I'd
take.
say that too.
1,000%.
Many
Yeah.
of you have it.
I think it's just a true take.
Okay, so I wanted to see if like women agree with making the lone female in the film the bad guy. Leah, what's your take?
I think so. I think she's a little selfish, but there's also the whole conspiracy theory about the film is like her growing up into her womanhood, and so it's hard to not be a selfish character when the entire film that's like the whole thing is her growing
Teenage
into this.
girls, am I right?
Yeah,
Am I
giving up
right?
her almost like losing her childhood and her innocence and
I would
Lest
agree
we
that
not
that is the
forget-
theme.
The entire movie ultimately becomes about those issues. But lest we not forget that the movie starts with her legitimately wishing an innocent baby child to the Goblin Kingdom.
Ah, fuck that
Like
baby.
that's she's like, get rid of this baby. I hate this baby. This baby sucks.
Women don't
Marvin.
always have to love babies. Like,
Not a
No, that's fine.
man.
But people should like babies. Like we should all unanimously agree that babies should not just be sent to the Goblin Kingdom. I'm not saying women in particular have to love babies, but like maybe don't banish them to like horrible nightmarescapes.
You know, maybe you don't know the full backstory on Toby.
He's a
That's the
real
hot
piece
take
of
of the
shit.
evening is-
Toby, the prequel to this movie, is like a terrible villainous backstory to Toby.
The terrible.
I'm into
twos,
that
dude,
idea, by the
like,
way. I
to the
totally want to
fullest
see that,
extent.
Murph.
Just, I don't know. We haven't seen the prequel, so
Breaking
hard to
Baby, the prequel series. It's all just like
Breaking Baby.
Toby's
Wouldn't it
descent.
be
Call it the
Dark
power,
Hall, baby?
Call it the power of the babe.
because he holds all the power, he controls
Power of the
everything,
babe.
and she knows this.
He made too much damn noise.
I'm the baby. Gotta love me.
Get to the Goblin Kingdom.
The first note I have here is Sarah is a hypocrite because of wishing the baby to the Goblin King, and then less than 70 seconds later is being like, wait, I want him back.
Yeah,
Yes, we've done that.
that happened
Literally,
really quick.
literally
That's so
wrote
teen
down.
girl.
Sarah is
That's
so
so teen
entitled.
girl.
I think
It's in my notes.
I've dated Sarah several times.
Yes, you have.
I thought it was super jarring how she just like
While you were in your
accepted
30s.
that she had to go into the Goblin Kingdom.
She was.
Wait, you said it was super jarring. What?
So like she wishes that he's gone, and I don't think she really means to. She doesn't think it's actually going to happen. But then as soon as she's like presented with the reality that she now has to enter the labyrinth, there's no like, she's not shocked or anything. She just kind of like, okay, like she just goes and does it. Like there's no emotional like, oh my God, is this real? Like she's just like, okay.
The direct quote is, Toby, are you all right? Why aren't you crying? Like that. This is bad dialogue. Are you all right? Why aren't you crying? Like
I want to.
Have you ever had a colicky baby before? I mean, you got to wonder.
They're delicious.
Oh yeah, I have them all the time.
I was gonna say Mike is swimming in colicky babies over there.
Mike has them at the In-N-Out Burger all the time.
On the secret menu, the really secret menu.
I want to see the version of the movie where she's like, "Good fucking riddance," and then the parents come home and they're like, "What's Toby?" And she's like, "Goblin King."
Goblin.
Toby's gone. Don't worry about Toby.
What'd you do that for? And she's like, "This is a little dick."
Yeah.
Shouldn't have left me to babysit, Mom.
Yeah.
I told you not to
babysit your shitty kid.
You want to go get seduced by Jareth at a masquerade ball, Mom? Go ahead.
Mom, this is your fault.
That's pretty like she just went like she was kind of saying she just went in it, you know. Like I don't know if I was 15 and I just all of a sudden made a wish that I didn't think could be possible and that was presented to me. Am I just gonna walk in alone?
I wish Toby was gone. Oh shit! I should have thought of this a little bit.
Tell my mom.
No springs.
You're not my real mom.
She's a bit of a dick. Stepmoms everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna start naming off some creatures because there's so many in this, and like we gotta get into like we gotta get like everybody's favorites, okay? And so when I say the names, hopefully that'll like bring about something, jog something in your memory, like oh, that's what that is. Okay, Ludo.
I love those. I love those full-size Muppets. The full-size Muppet Sweetums in the Muppet movie. Again, Brian Henson. Those full-size Muppets get me every time. I'm on Team Ludo.
Ludo saves this movie.
I am a Ludo fan for sure. No, my wife always makes Ludo references. Also, it's the name of a pretty great pop punk band from St. Louis. So if you've never heard Ludo the band, definitely check them out as well. But
smells bad.
There's a pun there
smell
too.
bad.
Because they can be like, we're about to call the Rock.
Also, the name of a Russian warehouse manager that I used to work for at an electronics store several years ago.
That's actually probably who the band is named after.
Did he have a weight belt, Q?
Do what?
Did he have like a weight belt?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. And he coincidentally smelled bad.
Ludo was the MVP of this movie for me.
Comes with
in so many ways.
Ben's MVP is Ludo. Sir Didymus
saves the movie.
Sir Didymus, the fox terrier.
The dog that rides a dog. Yeah. Yeah.
A real goofy Pluto situation if I've ever seen one.
Yes. Going back to, I think it was Gobo asked the question, where did this story come from? Where did, hey, let's make a dog that rides a dog come from? Whose imagination was this?
I assume it was just LSD.
Yeah, it's totally drug related for sure.
Upon
I
first
see
viewing, I
dogs
thought it
riding
was a
dogs all the
rat.
time in the dog park.
He thought it was a rat. It's like almost a rat terrier.
I thought it was a rat. In my initial notes, I actually wrote it down as a rat is riding a dog.
Rat question mark? Yeah.
Question mark. Like we can answer that.
What did you have written down for what the wise man was then?
What?
What did you have written down for what the wise man was? With the bird?
Half man, half chicken. I had it written down as half man, half chicken.
The best actor in the movie? That's Frank Oz, my friend. That's Frank Oz.
Yeah, I was like, by far the best actor in the movie.
Oh, best actor. I mean, if you were going to go just by where's Frank Oz, there's Frank Oz. And Dave Goelz is doing the bird, the hat in that character. That's great acting right there.
Murph, you're a huge Frank Oz fan because Little Shop of Horrors was the first film that we covered with you.
So he was saying that this film for him is just, music and puppetry that's Little Shop of Horrors for me. That was
Oh.
like love of puppets and music. I'm so obsessed. I watched the
Same.
movie over.
Murph, if I could come through this screen and like embrace you over our love of Little Shop of Horrors, I would.
I would love
that
to do
movie is
that show.
amazing.
One of these days, I'll
all
do
your
that show on
significant
stage.
others would not be upset.
I got lucky enough to build. I got lucky enough to build Audrey 2 in college. The Little Shop of Horrors.
Did you really? That's
Got
amazing.
to? Did you ever
Hey,
meet
look at Gobo? Look at Gobo. He's sitting there like, my parents never let me watch that one either.
Did you make a
No, literally, I saw Little Shop of Horrors also in 2016. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time now.
Dude,
Me
Dark
too.
Crystal 2019 for me. First viewing ever.
Okay.
2019.
Okay, but did you make a how-to? Do you have a plan of how you made Audrey 2? Because that's on my bucket list of things I just want to make.
No, it was prior to, it was when I was in community college, prior to the interwebs. I'm 87 years old.
It was when people played like Leisure Suit Larry and stuff for fun.
But I have photos of it. I can show you. I can send them to you.
Yes, yes.
I got built all the sides. I puppeteered it too, but
Hey, Mike, is that your dog, Ambrosius, going off in the background?
I think that's my Valentine outside. Yeah, let me go ahead and mute it.
I think
Is it
that's
riding another dog?
I think it's Ambrosius. Or like your dog is being ridden around by Sir Didymus.
Yeah, she wouldn't be a fan of that. So that's definitely 80%. That's what's going on in my backyard right now.
Do you guys like the door knockers? That was always my favorite one for some reason, like growing up. And you can like buy those, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Why would you not have that?
Yeah, one can't hear and one can't talk because he's got a knocker in his mouth. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
And they obviously breathe. What the hell? What are they? Where did that idea come from? Why is this door knocker breathing? How?
Where are their lungs?
In the door, I would assume.
I made a note of how.
Whoa!
I made a note
I'm
of how is
just
the one with
picturing
the
now-
one in its ears still alive because it's got it sticking through its ears. Like that thing should be dead. It's through its brain.
I can't help but picture like a weird cross section of this door now, where there are like vital organs inside this wooden door.
Exactly.
That is horrifying.
Huh?
Now we all have to go home
Conjoined
and check our
twins.
doors and make sure there's no lungs inside.
Murph, this is a horror movie.
Somebody brought up Annalise, I think her name is. Sorry, I'm screwing this up. She says trash heap lady.
I'll second
Man,
trash
that-
heap lady.
That's like,
it was good to see Oscar the Grouch's mom getting some work.
does that count? Does that count? Steve is one of your huge puppets because of the size of that trash heap on the back.
Yes, and there's a character in one of the Star Wars movies where there's a similar puppet where the head of the puppet is being operated by the hand of the puppeteer, and the head of the puppeteer is up in this pile of trash. That is brilliant design. And it was Hayden Christensen.
There was nobody up that ass. It was like an emotionless puppet.
Puppet is coarse and gritty and irritating, gets everywhere. Yeah.
I love the theme of the trash heap lady. The whole theme of you don't need all these toys. I looked around the basement while I was watching that and went, no, I think I need all these toys.
I'm comfortable with all of the things I have surrounding me.
I was like, don't look behind me.
Yeah.
Oh god, let's play Total Recast, you guys.
Fuck yeah.
For the memory of a lifetime, recast.
In which we all recast a role.
The voice of a goddamn angel. That's who sings that song.
That's our own James Marv's.
I know.
Bowie.
I can
James
tell.
Bowie.
I can tell he's got that sweet, sultry sound.
That's how Bowie would have sung it. Poor
He
little.
looks more like
Exactly how.
I'm getting more of a Daryl Hall vibe from you.
He does have a Daryl Hall vibe.
He's a man.
Did you guys know that Daryl Hall was the Goblin King?
Oh my god!
I'm
You
thinking,
make
whoa.
my dreams come true.
Totally different movie, but also could be someone's recast.
I'm seeing
That would rule.
I'm seeing James as a cross between Hall and Oates. If Hall and Oates had a weird love baby,
Whoa.
there he is.
I'm sure no one
here it
has this,
comes.
but can we all just imagine a Hall and Oates only Labyrinth where Daryl Hall is Jareth and then Jennifer Connelly is Oates? It's like Daryl Hall trying to woo him the entire
Please put me in
movie.
my band. I can't do it by myself.
That's what Rainfall would be.
Who's the
Which one's
mustache?
Man-Eater?
Who's the mustache play?
Holy shit!
Sir Didymus.
That's Hoggle.
No, I'd say that inchworm in the
I was
beginning.
like the worm, yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello.
Put me on your face.
You guys,
That
we're not gonna
turned
have time
very
to like.
quickly.
We're not
He
gonna have time to
literally
do
died.
everybody's like favorite lines. But I just want to point out that at one point she goes, "Welp, come on, feet."
I think that all
That
the
was
That's
time.
right from
Wow.
the beginning when she
Your
just accepts that she has to go into the labyrinth. She's like, "Well, come on,
Yep.
feet," and they just
I-
go.
That's how I get
I
into
mean, every one of you
everything.
guys,
I know,
every one of
it's
you
like,
guys
yeah,
missed this. But I
Most
want you to go
unrealistic
back.
environment.
Go ahead.
As I say, most unrealistic environment possible. Like, let's make our character relatable.
She talks to her feet.
Yeah.
You might be a redneck.
You might be in a labyrinth. Every one of you guys, go back and watch this because I guarantee that you missed it. The first time that the little creature switches the tablet around when she marks it with her lipstick,
Your mother's
He
a fracking
says-
aardvark.
Your mother's
your mother's a fucking aardvark.
Who totally says that?
Yep.
Your mother's a
I
fucking
didn't
aardvark.
Fragging. It's
I
a
didn't hear-
Okay, now it's-
children's programming.
I didn't hear fragging or
We're all-
fucking.
we're all
I just
somebody's
heard your
shit.
mother was an aardvark. That's the only thing I heard, and I wrote it down as my favorite line.
All right,
And
well,
that's
me too,
straight out
buddy.
of Terry Jones. This is the original screenplay was Terry Jones of Monty Python.
And you're telling me it's not fucking?
You did the rewrite.
It's a children's movie.
It would not be the first time they snuck a fuck into a children's movie.
Yeah, well, let's just show David Bowie's dick the whole time.
I know, right? Yeah, because
They show his balls.
I mean,
I was not prepared for that.
I took this photo. I've seen the pants in person in Seattle, Washington, 2014 at the Experience Music Project. And then I sent this picture to my niece. I was like, because we'd always make fun of
I'm showing that
How-
picture. I'm
how
upset.
his junk is there the whole movie.
When you said that you saw these pants in Washington, I was like, are they in the Smithsonian?
Yes.
They are this
Different
big.
Washington.
He saw him on a
Steve's-
guy named Washington.
There you go.
Steve, you were working on your total recast up until the very last minute.
I was switching it all up, so I get to go first. Is that what you're saying, Dane?
Oh, I'll go first and then you can go.
All right.
I'm going to get mine out of the way because it's an easy one for me. I've never been a Jennifer Connelly fan, and I never will be. I despise her in like A Beautiful Mind,
You're dead to me.
Hulk.
Dead to
And
me.
I'm dead to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But I want Ione Skye from Say Anything in that role instead, or maybe even Christina Applegate. But give me Ione Skye first. That's my first pick. She's more relatable and less.
Can John Cusack then play the Goblin King? That would be interesting.
No, it would not.
He's gonna be Toby.
John Cusack would be, he could play Toby.
Steve, do you have yours ready, or did you not?
Are we going character by character? Is that the plan here, Dane?
No, we're only doing. I mean, it's just random and one person recasting one role. So
All right, one
although
roll.
Yours are very quick.
Okay, well, no, they're not. I talk a lot. So we need music. There's no doubt that the music of this is the key to making this a good movie. There's not, the puppeteering is wonderful. I enjoy watching that. The editing is fantastic, but the music is certainly key. So I need to find a musician who can act, who is about the same age as David Bowie. I know it's heresy to say David Bowie is not the right person for this role. David Bowie's the right person for this role. But if I have to recast it, I'm going with Meatloaf. Meatloaf is the same age as David Bowie, not yet dead, as far as we're told.
How does that masquerade ball work with Meatloaf seducing a teenage girl?
I mean,
it's even more creepy than David Bowie going after.
I'm just thinking about, and I know we're not supposed to mention it, but it just makes me think of Fight Club.
What? Oh, okay. It took me a second.
Mike, what's with the eyes? Is this your total?
What are you talking about?
It's like I've always had eyes.
You like my eyes? Thanks.
Labyrinth. That's the best total recast we've ever heard. Melissa, who are you recasting in this movie? Now that you know how this works.
Okay, I'll take out. I'll recast Sarah as Marissa Tomei. She'll probably be about 20-ish, I think. Then early 20s, and I would like her though to be her character from My Cousin Vinny. That's what I would like.
My Brother Toby.
Goblin King.
The movie is called My Brother Toby.
Imagine you're a Goblin King. Okay. No.
Q, did anybody ask you to come up with a total recast? And by anybody,
definitely. Yes. And so the way I understood it is we could either recast a time period appropriate actor, or if it were to be rebooted, who would play that role. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So I'm gonna do the reboot. I'm gonna go the reboot angle because that seems to be the way of things nowadays. And I want to cheat because I feel like my main recast also needs the counterpart to that to like really sell the idea here. So my main recast is going to be for the Jareth role for the reboot. I'm skewing younger, but I'm gonna go Little Nas X.
Oh my god!
For the Goblin King.
Oh
Are you kidding me, Q? I literally wrote that down.
I literally wrote that down
and
too.
then and
All
then
right. Hold that up closer, Gobo. Hold that up to the camera. There's no way to
hang on, let's see.
Little Nas.
Cover up your groceries and your porn addiction.
I see it. I see it. It's true.
That's tic-tac-toe right there.
It's brilliant.
That's tic-tac-toe.
And
perfect.
I would have
And
gone the
I'm
Harry Styles route, but I like it.
I
Wow,
like
Harry's too normal.
Oh
I
my
picked a
god.
musician.
For
and
Harry
to
Styles.
make it really complete, I just want to add to that for the Jennifer Connelly role. I think to make it a little bit more modern, I think it should actually be gender flipped, and I think it should be Jacob Tremblay with Little Nas X. I think that makes it equally as creepy as the original movie, but in today's context. So it's a today kind of creepy.
You've upped the creep factor by like 47%.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Disney is not interested in this.
I don't know.
Hard pass for most
They may be
guys.
more
Netflix, maybe.
interested now.
Netflix Cinderella. Yeah, you can make that happen.
Okay. Ben, you're so up in that microphone's business. I think it's your turn.
I have to be. I have to be. This is a SM7B. If I'm not on top of this thing, you can't hear me.
All right.
It looks hilarious. This is why I don't do video shows. This is the only video show I'll ever do.
There's a lot of reasons I don't do video shows.
I mean,
So go.
What's your total?
my total recast. It seems like nobody likes Jennifer Connelly, and neither do I. So my idea was
I don't
I like
hate her
Jennifer
that
Connelly.
much.
I don't hate her that much.
Is it because she
Stunning
got a
defense.
breast reduction? Is it because she got a breast reduction? You guys are judgy
I have
bastards.
no idea about her personal life at all.
No. I went the not quite the reboot route, but like if they tried to make like another one, like reboot it like 5 or 6 years later, I thought Macho Man Randy Savage would have been great as Gareth.
Oh, running the wrong guy. James, I blame you.
That was partly Dame's idea. He suggested Hulk Hogan, and I said no.
Because that would have been ridiculous.
Well, they're both ridiculous. I acknowledge it's ridiculous.
Ben,
but
who's
it's
your
funny.
favorite actor of all time? Is there another actor?
It just got real.
You might as well just do like Arnold Schwarzenegger if we're going that route. Just
I mean, that would be good too.
Power.
Arnold figures over there.
You know what? That's actually better. Arnold is better. You know what?
How do you like my labyrinth? It's fantastic.
Get to the Minotaur. No, there's no Minotaur in this.
No.
Why is that?
How do you like my knuckles? They talk. My knuckles, they talk.
Okay, yep, I change it. I'm gonna change out Arnold.
It's just like the worst.
Have another one.
What's the song gonna be like? That's what I want to know. What's Dance Baby Dance gonna sound like as Arnold?
I mean, they could dub it. They could dub David Bowie's voice back in there.
Yeah, James, let's get in the studio, man. We're making this. Arnold Schwarzenegger singing "Dance Magic Dance."
Dance magic dance.
Like pump iron
Jump magic.
Dance magic dance.
pump magic pump.
I mean,
Pump iron pump.
Yeah, now is the time to laugh at my funny joke.
so I'd also like to acknowledge that Sarah is maybe the most poorly written main character in a movie in a while, especially for the first half.
Oh yeah.
You're comparing that with the other movies you've seen. Suburban Commando, Hell Comes to Frogtown. They Live.
Commando.
Gremlins.
No Holds Barred.
Hell Comes to Frogtown is a goddamn masterpiece.
Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies.
Rocky IV.
Hey, Leah, do you have a total recast?
So my first choice for Jareth was Lil Nas X again. But a really close second for me was Nelson Ellis, R.I.P. If he was still alive, he'd probably be a really good one.
I'm not Googling that at all right now.
Did you guys watch True Blood?
Not intentionally, no.
Nobody here watched True Blood.
Oh, I watched the heck out of True Blood.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, he played Lafayette
Okay.
in True Blood.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he can sing, but otherwise I think
He seems
is
like he could
Jareth
sing.
Ritchie.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
He's almost like too muscular. I don't know.
Gobo, are you
Too muscular.
Gobo?
You were okay with
Muscular.
you were okay with Macho Man Randy Savage.
I was. Yes.
Did you recast
I'm a
anybody else?
complicated man.
I recast Jennifer Connelly as Halle Bailey. Nobody
Of
knows
the
that.
upcoming, upcoming Little Mermaid reboot.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
about to
I'm
Little
familiar
Mermaid.
with her.
All right.
Yeah, no, I think she's
Also, a person with a name that's weirdly close to Halle Berry.
Berry.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I was like,
Yeah.
is she saying
Wait,
Halle
they're
Berry
rebooting
wrong?
My Little
I
Mermaid.
thought you were wrong, and
My
yes.
Little Mermaid.
Live action.
Is that
That's two
Wait,
different properties, bro.
was that
Coming out
not
in
what that was
2023.
called?
My Little Mermaid? No.
My Little Mermaid.
Tridents are magic.
All right, you guys. I'm bringing the reboot back to Disney, and I'm gonna go recast Jareth as Bruno Mars.
That's actually good.
That's, I would watch that movie.
Yeah, Bruno Mars is he's a great.
I watched the hell out of that.
World's
cousin went to
youngest
high school with
Elvis
him.
impersonator. True fact.
Mojo, are you gonna barf? Did that make sense?
Who hasn't gotten a total recast in?
I still really want Arnold.
Well,
Oh,
I
Mike.
mean, mine got stolen, but
Oh, yeah, Mike.
I would recast if it was a reboot. And I've actually had a discussion. I have a friend who's a Muppet guy. He just actually directed this Muppet Haunted Mansion thing.
Ooh,
this.
that's exciting.
And for real, and I said Jack White from the White Stripes as Jared.
Oh shit!
I
You've
like
directed
that.
him before, haven't you?
That's right.
I wanted him to be Willy Wonka, dude. I wanted him to be Willy Wonka. I thought that would.
You've directed Jack White, haven't you, Mike?
I have directed Jack White, so I'm not being biased, but he can sing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He can act, and he's got that weird mystique about him where he could be. I could see him dressing up as one of the members of Cinderella from 1986.
I'd look at his dick for 2 hours.
Again.
Can somebody take a cap of that and play it over and over again?
Somebody's watching this on Twitch. Please click that.
That's the GIF from this.
There's not even gonna be like
Look at his dick for 2 hours.
The upcoming Games Marv show, that's the catchphrase right there.
Fuck the word perpetuity. This is
We're not recasting Watchmen.
Watchmen.
I think
Watchmen.
I think he'd actually add a cool element to like rewriting some of the music as well.
Mm-hmm.
You could have Meg White be Jennifer Connelly's character.
Nah, well, let's leave Meg out of this.
What? Oh my god. Okay, let's we got to get everybody's cult filmometer scores, believe it or not. So with Toby, Toby,
Ghost baby, fuck that shit.
Stripe Inception.
Hey Ben, how's the weather
Turn
down
90
there?
degrees. Turn 90 degrees.
Ben, how's the weather down there?
A little baby's ass-like.
With a chance of precipitation.
Oh my god.
There's an 85% chance of humidity.
Exactly.
Is there any chance that somebody wants to volunteer to go first and give their score between 0 and 100 for Labyrinth on the cult filmometer? He wants to go. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go. So my score is an 87.
God damn it.
Solid 87.
You stole my number.
A great number.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 90. I'm gonna say this. Aside from Jennifer Connelly, this is kind of a perfect cult movie.
Okay. Perfect would be 100. Oh wait.
Despite the main character.
Oh wait, Jennifer is minus 10. Okay. Ben.
I kind of agree. You could stick literally a brick in there, and they'd have been better than Jennifer Connelly.
Wow.
A dog riding another dog.
I will have you all know that I've met Jennifer Connelly and she's a wonderful person. And this
I'm sure
you interviewed her.
And this Jennifer Connelly hate fest I will not be a part of.
Oh yeah.
We got to follow this up by like re-airing your interview with Jennifer
No.
Connelly.
And then
From New York
I'm going to have to
Comic
like apologize profusely. down below. These views are not the views of Project-Nerd or Q in particular.
I gave it an 89. I went minus 11 for Jennifer Connelly and the writing of the character.
Okay.
But I gave it an 89.
Okay. Steve?
If we're going by pure cult status, this is definitely a cult film. This is a film that flopped in the box office. It cost $25 million to make this, and it made $12.9 million. They lost money on this film. But then, as video happened, as you young people started watching this is definitely a cult film. I'm going to go with 90.
90 from Steve. Leah.
I also gave it a 90, but I marked down 10 points because this movie has my least favorite movie song ever of all time in the history of movie songs. And it's that Chili Down song where they have like the red guys that try to rip your head off, but really
The Fireys?
I hate it. Yes,
I'm
hate
out of
them
here.
with a passion. And I'm pretty sure I blocked it from my mind as a child, and then I rewatched it, and I was like traumatized yesterday. I was like, I can't.
You made Q leave, but at least he had his score already. So.
It's the worst song.
Hey, that's my head. Hey, that's his head.
I hate it so much.
That's
like
Oh.
super creepy. I don't know why.
So let's see. So I've gotten 5 scores written down. You gave a 90, right? Okay. Mike.
I'm gonna give it a 92, minus 4 points for the same reason she said that fucking Chili Down song can eat a bag of dicks. Pork dicks. Fuck that song. Fuck that scene. It's a terrible scene. The green screen.
The green screen is terrible.
Terrible. They could literally cut that scene out of the movie, and no one would miss it.
Yeah, the green screen is worse than anything the Muppet Show did in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they trying to be like
Not good.
The green
the
screen on the
Fieries
original,
Jamaican?
the green screen on the original Land of the Lost is better than that shit.
Were the
Wasn't that
Fieries
a
supposed to
meeting?
be Jamaican? That's my question.
I think it was racist. I think that was the people from another culture part, and they're playing basketball.
The Fieries are as racist as Jar Jar Binks was.
Yes, I agree.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Whoa,
God.
guys.
And I minus 4 points for that creepy David Bowie seducing an underage child scene. That scene, even like back in the day, I saw this movie came out when I was
That
15.
scene? You mean the entire film? that really long 2-hour scene?
It got
Give it this peach.
it got a little much with that scene, though. Is what I'm saying. Because I wanted to make out with you haters.
Are we
Haters
sure
of
the whole
Jennifer
movie
Connelly.
wasn't a little much in terms of grown man seducing a 15-year-old? Are we sure the whole movie wasn't a little much in
Listen,
that regard?
Need
Well,
to
it
remind
was
you guys,
Bowie.
Her mom.
the only scene that didn't focus at all on any seduction of underage people was Chili Down with Fire.
That's fair.
The Bog of
By
Eternal
default, the best scene in the movie.
I would say the creep factor for the professional undercoats the creep factor from Labyrinth. So, but yeah, so 92 minus 8, 4 minus for that fucking song.
Racism.
Now that you've mentioned it, it's in my fucking head. And,
Chili Down
My
with
head. That's
Fire.
my head. That's my head.
you stop it. And 4 for just the whole kind of creepy.
Statutory rape.
Yeah.
I mean, her mom does tell
But
her that
it's
she wants her
Bowie.
to be dated.
That's my
Her mom,
rebuttal. But
her
it's
mom
Bowie.
totally wants her to date.
But it's Bowie. He's sort of androgynous, I guess.
Yeah.
He just
That's a penis under there.
he
That's a
looks
penis
like
Yeah,
under
but
there.
androgynous doesn't adjust your age. Like, you're still a 40-year-old person,
It's still a predator.
androgynous
Yes, sir.
or not.
Yeah.
Plus, why did he want this thing?
Fucking
me the
What was
baby.
that all about?
Close your mouth, Ben.
Forget the baby, Sarah. Just forget it.
Mojo, what's your score?
Okay, I know it's already been talked to death, but I can't say enough
talking.
about it. But the rapiness.
Nobody's put it in that term. Oh wait, they did, I guess.
Okay.
And
I
fuck that
always
song.
like to score kind of based on the cultability, whatever that word, right? Primarily,
love you.
and a little bit of what I like. And cultability, yeah, it should be in the 90s. However, 16, 15-year-old girl, however old she's supposed to be, and that's like the whole B story of this, or if it's not even like the technical underlying A story of it all. I gotta drop it down to 89 so it doesn't get a full 90.
That's harsh. Just kidding.
1 point. 1 point off for rape. Gotcha. Got it. Write it down. Nerf took off 1 point for rape. Got it.
One. Well, it was supposed to be in the 90s, like near perfect. So like 98, 99. So it was a lot of points for rape. But really, it's
Steve, that's
9
zero.
points. 9 points.
Steve, that's gold. And to think I wasn't going to bring you on the show because you bring nothing. I mean, you missed that.
9 points to Gryffindor.
I watched this movie. Does that help?
Yeah, that's right.
That always
At least
helps
you
when you
watched
watch the movie. Dave Sparfs.
Okay. I have 2 wigs now. I thoroughly enjoy this one because it gives me this awesome hairline that I haven't had since I was a babe. And Dane and Mojo, I want to hold you in my arms and then throw you up in the air repeatedly. Yeah. Those are the reasons that I'm giving this an 85.
He loves it so much he gave it the lowest score.
James, are you picking movies? Are you picking the movies just so you can buy wigs?
God damn. That would be fuck, he busted. Oh, do you guys like my Nike vest?
We're doing a Cher movie now?
Very medieval. Very fantasy movie.
Jareth sold out.
Space Jam, Labyrinth.
I have
He had
one
to sell
question.
out the Labyrinth running.
Is this a horror movie or is this a kids movie? What's everybody think?
It's a horrifying kids movie.
It's the horror of growing up. The theme is the horrors of growing up. The stinky bits that go through when you're growing up.
Children's horror was a valid genre in the 80s, and I think this fits
It's
comfortably.
a valid genre when a predator is coming after a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Take 1 point off.
Showing her his balls all the time.
Okay, guys, I'm giving this a 91 because I remember seeing this in a drive-in theater with my brother and dad. And so there's a lot of nostalgia there, but it's...
Let me clarify that. I'm just your brother. I'm not your dad. My dad was also there.
2 separate people.
Right.
Yeah, they weren't the same person.
That sounds like a movie
purchased.
Okay,
Did he
but
have
the fact
a
that
big-
you needed to clarify makes me question it all.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it sounds like a movie that you would be in.
Was he wearing that wig in the car?
There she goes.
Oh, Jesus.
You gonna wear that?
You see? Your stupid lives. Stupid.
Any guesses?
90.
90.
Minus 1 for rape.
9.
89 point infinite twos.
Nice.
Like a labyrinth of twos.
Labyrinth of twos. We got to get around these twos. How do we get around these twos, Dane? We can start farting.
Maybe the helping hands can lift you
Rock.
up.
Oh boy, we didn't even start on the helping hands. We didn't even get to the young lady who getting God knows how many puppeteers.
You're going down.
We're supposed to enjoy these movies, okay? It's an innocent children's movie.
You
They
never
never
said that the show
children's
was about
movie.
enjoying movies.
A national treasure, you guys.
So in the films that CF3 has done, the Labyrinth falls at 89.22 between Chopping Mall at 88 and Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead at 89.25.
Wow.
We like Don't Tell Mom.
I'd say that that's valid.
That tracks.
That's a valid positioning.
That tracks.
Only 2 of those movies have rape.
And how many of them have
Don't
rape?
Tell Mom is the highest scoring one.
It really is the onesie.
Yeah, that's a
That's
real
epic.
goddamn onesie.
Is it crazy
Full
pants
on
time?
onesie, like I tried to do.
Is it crazy?
I tried to
pants
do
time?
that. Okay, I get no credit
Are we on the
for
Magic
Amazon.
Magic Pants
Pajamas!
time? It's totally pajama pants. These are
That is like,
Okay.
yeah,
You
that's
don't let
the
the
real
movie-
home uniform right there.
It is
homie.
totally banana pants.
If I stood
Don't let
up,
the
you'd
real
more
banana
balls
slip
than
out.
Darren ass.
Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed.
Like my wedding day.
All right, guys, go out and buy or rent Labyrinth and see if you agree or disagree. Thank you for watching another CF3 Partycast here on Project Nerd. Please hit that subscribe button and get the alerts. We love you, and we'll see you next time we have another Partycast with 9 crazy people talking about a crazy cult classic film. Thank you, everybody. Say goodbye.
What's said is said.
Bye. Magic.
I hope they
Bye.
invite me back here.
Stay.